have a new freckle since the last time I saw you. Yeah, that one's new. It definitely was not there the last time I saw you. No, it really wasn't. You don't keep track? Well, yeah, I keep track. I have a whole Excel sheet if you want me to show you. I keep all of my freckles thoroughly documented. Oh, you don't want to see the Excel sheet? Well, that's okay. I can't believe you didn't notice a whole new freckle on your own face, though. Face freckles are pretty rare and special. Most of my face freckles have faded. Although whenever I was a kid, I had a lot of face freckles. And I remember whenever I was in high school, I also had a lot of pimples. Did you have pimples in high school? Yeah, but I always felt like as long as I had more freckles than I had pimples, it kind of just looked like I had a lot of freckles, and no one could really tell. Your new freckle is really especially stunning, though. It's especially stunning. I love that freckle. It's so good. Do you want to see my favorite freckles on me? Okay, well, I have one of my favorite freckles is on my neck. It's on my neck, right there. This little freckle. Neck freckle. Freckle, 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 freckle. Freckle. And this one is also one of my favorites. I like this big hand freckle. I like it because it's kind of oblong, and I think it's actually two freckles kind of stuck close together. And I remember when I first noticed this freckle because I had put a dog stamp on my hand, and the freckle overlapped with the dog's nose. And so whenever I was looking at the dog stamp, I thought it just had a really weird looking nose, and so then I stamped my best friend's hand, and the nose looked normal on her hand. And I was like, why does this stamp look weird on my hand? And then I realized it was a freckle. It was a freckle. A freckle on my hand. Can I draw a freckle on your hand to match mine? Okay, give me your hand. Give me your hand. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna draw it with some eyeliner. A little oblong freckle on your hand, just like that. Look at it. Do you like it? I like it too. I think it's really cute. I should find a dog stamp, and then we could have matching dog stamp hands, just like my friend and I when we were little. Would you like me to draw some freckles on your face while I tell you about my freckles? Okay. I'm gonna do some cute little nose freckles around your nose, and a little bit under your eyes, kind of like in this perfect little line. It'll make you look like an earthen creature. Oh, right, my freckles. What are some other of my favorite freckles? I do. My biggest freckle is on my arm. Do you want to see my biggest freckle? Okay. Let me show you. It's right on my shoulder. Boom! Look at that freckle. Look at that freckle. It's so big. This one is also, I think, technically a freckle cluster with lots of freckles inside of it. Watch, I'm gonna make it look like a little whoa face by putting an eye right there. eye right there. Now it's like, whoa, look at that. Look at that freckle. That eye looks a little weird, but that's okay. Wow. 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 This one is not a mole. It's totally flat. But this is actually a little mole right there. It's a little bit raised. A little bit raised. Raised. And lots of shoulder freckles. Shoulder freckles. Shoulder freckles. Shoulder freckles. I'm a little bit suspicious about this new freckle of yours. Are you in Australia? Because it's pretty hard to get a freckle in the middle of January. Unless you're in Australia. Oh my god. You're right, South America does exist. I forgot. I'm sorry. Are you in South America? Interesting answer. Freckle. 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 I'm gonna give you a big freckle right there. You know, that's a mole. That's a mole that I have, but it doesn't have any pigment in it. It's just a skin-colored mole. And some other people in my family have a mole in the same spot, but everyone else in the family has a brown mole, you know, like a normal-looking one. I just have a clear mole instead of one with color. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I should ask a priest, but I'm afraid they would burn me. Anyway. Do you want to have freckles anywhere else? Because I can draw more freckles on you if you'd like. Yeah? I could draw some on your forehead. I could draw some on your back freckles. I have freckles I won't show you. I have freckles in my armpits. I really don't know how they got there. Must have been some kind of Australia business. I think lip freckles are one of my favoriteest things to see on other people. Or like a little lip mole or something. I could draw you a cute little mole around your mouth. Or just a freckle somewhere on your lip. Would you like that? Yeah, okay. Just relax your mouth for me. Just keep it relaxed. And I will just put a little freckle right there. Oh, I made it a little too big. I'm just gonna rub it up. Hold still. There. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. Did you have a lot of freckles growing up? Yeah. You know, whenever I was a kid, I remember my mom noticing all my new freckles, and every time she saw one, I remember her grabbing my arm and saying, "Oh, you have the new freckle. You have a new freckle. Look how cute it is. That's a new freckle just for you." And I wouldn't really want anyone to do that to me nowadays, because that would be weird, because I'm an adult, right? But also I think there's something really wonderful about just joyously celebrating all of the changes in your body, you know? And when you're a kid, your parents do that for you when they say, "Oh, you're getting bigger. Oh, you have a freckle. Oh, you know, this or that, you're getting stronger. Look at you." even when it's not things that you've achieved, right? Like, you don't really have to try to grow or get freckles, but your parents still celebrate it. And I know, looking at my mom now, or my dad, sometimes I feel that way about their hair changing colors, or their wrinkles, or whatever it is. I'm so happy to see all the little ways that their bodies change as they get older, because I get to witness them, and I get to see them transform a little every time I see them, and they're people that I love. But in this middle stage of our lives, where we don't really have parents and we don't really have kids, at least usually not kids, old enough to appreciate things like that, you gotta do that for yourself. You gotta look at your new freckles and say, wow, you got a new freckle. You got a new freckle. It's so cute. It's so cute. Because it is cute. It is cute. And you get to do that for your own wrinkles and for your own hair changes and height changes. Everything that happens on your body is a sign that you're alive and you're growing. And I'm so glad you're alive and you're growing. This is my other shoulder. It has a lot of freckles too. A lot of freckles. And where I am, it is the dead of winter right now. It is the dead of winter. And so my freckles are not as dark as they sometimes are. But in the summer, they seem pretty dark. They seem pretty dark. I don't have very many freckles on my chest. Not on my chest. I have a freckle under my belly button though. And I have freckles on my legs. Freckled legs, especially on my thighs. On one of my thighs, I used to be a little bit concerned because I thought I might have skin cancer because I have like a patch of freckles. It's about this big, and it's in an oval like this on one of my thighs, and it kind of just looks like a dark patch of skin. It's very slight. You wouldn't notice it unless you were me. But whenever I look down at my leg, I can notice this oval that's a little bit darker than the rest of my skin. And I noticed this, a decade ago. It was a long time. So, even if I was wrong then, or even if I wasn't sure then, I'm pretty sure now that it's benign. But I realized that it's actually just a kind of dense patch of very light freckles, for some reason, right there on my thigh. So, nothing to worry about, I don't think. And it's all flat, not raised at all. Odd how things like that happen on our bodies, though. Like, I don't think that part of my leg saw the sun any more than other parts of my body. But I guess it felt like it did. How much do freckles actually have to do with the sun? I think they have something to do with the sun for sure, but I also feel like they kind of don't have much or everything to do with the sun. I don't know. Do you have any freckles on your scalp? Freckles on your head. Scalp. I can look through your hair a little bit and let you know if I see any freckles on your I have some on my scalp, a couple freckles here and there, but I bet if I shaved my head I'd find even more. A very tempting thought. Then my Excel sheet could be even more complete. All it would take is shaving off the old broomstick, you know? Scratchy, scratchy, comb-y. 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 Do you like it when I do scratchy, scratchy more? Or comb-y more? I could also do chaos tendrils. Chaos tendrils on your scalp. But you would definitely walk out of here with messy hair. You want to try all of them? Okay, so scratchy would be like scratch, 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 scratch. Comb-y would be like comb-y, 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 comb-y. And then chaos tendrils would be like chaos tendrils. Chaos tendrils in your hair. Oh my goodness. Where is she gonna scratch next? Ah, it's gonna be over here. Oh my god, it's gonna be over here. Oh my god, it's gonna be over here. Over there, over there. Chaos. Do you have a favorite? Yeah, most people go for scratchy, scratchy, comb-y. It's the classic. Scratchy, scratchy, comb-y. I'm partial to chaos tendrils myself. Scratchy, scratchy, comb-y. What about your ears? Do you have freckles on your ears? I do not have any freckles on my ears as far as I know, but I do have scars from where my ears used to be pierced. They are not pierced anymore. I can't put anything in them, but I do have scars from where there used to be a hole. But no freckles. I think the piercings scared away the sun. Poke, poke, poke your ear. Poke your ear. Poke, 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 poke. Poke, poke. Beautiful freckle. Never gonna forget that freckle. I'm the one that found that freckle, so I think you should name it after me. I don't make the rules, but I do promote them, and you know, if you find a freckle, then the freckle gets to be named after you, so I think you should name that freckle after me. But I'm not going to remind you what my name is. You'll just have to work hard, try to remember it, okay? You let me know when you've named that freckle after me, okay? You let me know. And let me know if you find any new freckles too, because I'm invested in your freckle journey. I can give you my Excel sheet if you'd like to format yours the same way that... You're not going to make an Excel sheet? But it's the best way to keep track of your freckles. Like, how are you going to remember what their names are? Whatever. I'll send you my Excel sheet anyway, and maybe it will inspire you, okay? Okay. Sounds good. I cannot wait to see you again, my freckled friend. Sleep well. Good night. Good night. Good night. Sweet dreams.